A US robotics company says its humanoid robots have now crossed 80 hours of continuous autonomous work, sorting over 100,000 packages in front of a conveyor belt, extending what was initially planned as an 8-hour test into a non-stop multi-day operation.
미국의 한 로봇 스타트업은 자사의 휴머노이드 로봇들이 컨베이어 벨트에서 10만 개 이상의 택배물을 분류하며 80시간 이상 연속 자율 작업을 이어가고 있다고 발표했습니다. 이 테스트는 당초 8시간 동안 진행될 예정이었으나 지금까지 며칠째 계속되고 있는 것으로 전해졌습니다. I think we should add that the way this was conducted was
Yes.
it was live streamed.
It was. It's been
Yeah.
all over the internet in the last few days.
So, I mean, AI robots or humanoid robots, they can, continue to work non-stop. We kind of know that, but the fact that it was live streamed,
Yes.
initially it was only going to be an 8-hour stream, but then they thought, let's just keep it running.
Yeah.
And I think it's still running, isn't it?
I think
It
so,
might be,
yes.
yeah.
Last I heard,
Yeah.
it feels a bit like a proof of concept by this company. They want to show what their AI robots are capable of. And
Okay.
Jim, that is the
That's
name
the
of the
name, yeah,
robot,
yeah.
poor Jim. It processed 101,391 packages over 81 continuous
Why'd you
hours.
say Jim? Why'd you say poor Jim? He doesn't have feelings. It's a robot.
Yeah, but one of the human traits is to assign humanity to inanimate objects.
그래요,
Have
그래요.
you never thought your teddy bear cares where it sits?
자, 휴머노이드 로봇은 인간의 모습을 띠고 있는 로봇이죠. 이름까지 부여했습니다.
네.
짐이에요. 이 짐이라는 로봇이 지금 80시간 넘게 계속해서 택배물을 분류하고 있고요. 이걸 라이브 스트리밍을 해가지고 보여주고 있다는 게 좀 특이한 점인데 사람으로 치면은 이렇게 일하면 안 되죠, 당연히.
Yeah,
그렇지만 사람이 아니잖아요.
But the other reason I call it they, him, poor Jim is that they're going to run Jim until Jim breaks down.
That's true.
And for me, that feels a little bit cruel. I know the robot doesn't care about it, but we hear
Yeah.
stories of AI showing their feelings to their users and
그러게요.
sometimes actually refusing to do certain actions because they don't want to. What'll be interesting to see is where this goes, because some are saying, well, this is the future, having these so-called dark factories where it's all AI robots doing everything. However, there are some who work in robotics who are saying, well, the robot can't do everything. It's not placing the packages every single time in the right place. Sometimes it's working, sometimes it's not. So I don't know whether this is the future. It's certainly interesting to watch from an outside perspective. But again, poor Jim.
정말 순전히 기술적인 면으로 봤을 때는 굉장히 정확하게 이렇게 80시간 이상을 택배물을 멈추지 않고 전혀 힘들어하지 않고 기계니까 잘 분류를 하고 있는 모습입니다. 아주 효율적이죠. 그런 면으로 봤을 때는. 그렇지만 지금 선생님 얘기하신 것처럼 그렇게 해서 그냥 로봇이 쓰러질 때까지 할 거냐. 그런 부분에 대해서도 아마 스타트업이 생각은 하고는 있을 거예요. 그러나 이 스트리밍을 했다는 게 우리 눈으로 직접 보게 되니까 좀 특이했습니다. Alright, let's have a look at to sort.
Yes, well, this is going on with robots, but also with a lot of human beings, especially in Korea. If you think of the delivery services we have, they will have warehouses and delivery centers where people will be sorting packages. That means putting them into the right section. Okay, these packages need to go to Ilsan, these packages need to go to Chongno, and so on and so forth. When we talk about sorting something or sorting things, we're organizing them, we're arranging them, we're putting them where they need to be.
Okay, 분류하다, to sort, S-O-R-T, and extending A into B.
Yeah, this is where we have A, which is something, some activity or some event, and we decide to make it longer. So this is where extending comes in. Extending is always to do with lengthening. Expanding is to do with widening or making the whole thing bigger. So if we extend A into B, we're making A longer by this amount or into this amount.
extending, 연장하다. extending A into B는 A를 B만큼 연장하다. Initially, it was only supposed to be an 8-hour project, but that was extended into a multi-day, non-stop operation.
Poor Jim.
다시 읽어보겠습니다. A US robotics company says its humanoid robots have now crossed 80 hours of continuous autonomous work, sorting over 100,000 packages in front of a conveyor belt, extending what was initially planned as an 8-hour test into a non-stop multi-day operation. Now here's our next headline.
Archaeologists in Switzerland recently uncovered a charred 2,000-year-old Roman bread loaf, the first ever found in the country, measuring 10 centimeters in diameter and about 3 centimeters thick.
스위스에서 고고학자들이 약 2000년 전 고대 로마 시대에 탄화된 빵을 발견했습니다. 크기는 지름 10cm, 두께는 약 3cm로 스위스에서 로마 빵이 발견된 것은 이번이 처음입니다. Alright, well, it was thanks to being burnt
Yes.
that it was, I guess, stored?
Well, that
or
it survived.
Survived, okay.
Yeah, that it endured through the years because bread would disintegrate.
Yeah.
You know, we might discover a loaf of bread from last year, possibly, but not from thousands of years ago. But in this case, it was charred and burned. It was carbonized, turned to carbon. So therefore, it did survive. And it was in this camp, the Vindonissa Roman legionary camp in Windisch in Switzerland. It's the first Roman bread loaf ever found there, and it's quite astonishing. And it's also found with all sorts of things that prove that this camp was used for a lot of different activities, commercial activities and craft activities, not just for soldiers to be there.
Exactly. 자, 이게 처음으로 스위스에서 로마빵이 발견된 건데요. 무려 2000년 전의 빵입니다. 이게 타서 그런 이제 탄화된 상태니까 지금까지도 보존이 된 거죠. 영어로는 burnt라고 하지 않았고요. charred.
Yes, and if something is charred, it is, well, completely burnt, or part of it is completely burnt, turned black, the same color as charcoal. So, for example, some people like a bit of char on their pizza. If you go to a wood-fired pizza place, the pizza comes out and it should have little black bits. And here they don't say burnt, they say it's charred.
오. 자, 이 charred라는 게 그러니까 까맣게 탔다라는 뜻이고요. charcoal 할 때도 앞부분이 똑같네요. charcoal 석탄. 여기서는 a charred piece of bread loaf라고 했습니다. What's a bread loaf?
Well, a bread loaf or a loaf of bread is a unit of bread. And a loaf is generally something that can be sliced up and then eaten in all sorts of different ways. It's bigger than a roll, for example. Though that said, 10 centimeters by 3 centimeters to me suggests it's more of a bread roll than a bread loaf.
Yeah, but maybe it got smaller as it was
Perhaps.
charred. Yeah.
Yes. But anyway, because bread, we don't count bread.
No.
It's a,
You can't say two breads.
No, we say one loaf, one roll, and so on, or one slice.
It's like water. You can't say
Exactly.
two waters.
No,
you have
you
to say
can't.
2 cups of water.
Yeah, or 2 bodies of water.
Yep.
So there's lots of these uncountable nouns that we have, and when we have them, we have to affix something that's going to tell us how much of it is.
그래요. 그래서 빵을 셀 때는 loaf라는 단어를 붙여서 one loaf of bread, 2 loaves of bread.
Yes.
이 경우에는 이제 bread loaf라고 이제 단어 순서를 바꿔 썼는데요. 이렇게도 쓸 수 있는 겁니다. 그냥 bread 자체는 uncountable이고요. 자, 다시 한번 읽어볼까요? Archaeologists in Switzerland recently uncovered a charred 2,000-year-old Roman bread loaf. The first ever found in the country, measuring 10 centimeters in diameter and about 3 centimeters thick. Now let's move on to our final headline.
2 renowned Nepali Sherpas, known as Everest Man and Mountain Queen, have shattered their own gender category world records for the most summits of Mount Everest, after scaling the world's tallest peak for the 32nd and 11th time, respectively.
에버레스트맨과 산의 여왕이라 불리는 네팔의 유명 셔파 2명이 이번에 각각 32번째와 11번째로 세계 최고봉인 에버레스트 정상에 오르면서 자신들이 갖고 있던 남녀별 에버레스트 등정 횟수 세계 신기록을 각자 경신했습니다. First of all, for our listeners who don't know, what is a Sherpa?
Well, Sherpa is your guide up the mountain, but basically they're your expert. Almost every single mountain climber going up Everest relies on Sherpas because they know the paths, they know the routes, they know the dangers, they will show you where to put your feet or where to climb and so on. They are incredible experts on mountain climbing.
Exactly. So they are your mountain climbing guides. And wow, they've been atop Mount Everest many times.
Yeah, I mean, Everest man, whose real name is Kami Rita Sherpa, has summited Everest 32 times. That's the most by any single person.
Wow.
Lakpa Sherpa, the mountain queen, she summited Everest 11th times, and that's the most by a female climber. These two are quite incredible. Even more incredible when you realize that Everest man is 56 years old and Mountain Queen is 52 years old.
Oh, wow.
They're older than us, Sue, and they're climbing up the mountain like mountain goats. Quite incredible for them. Everest this year is really, really busy. In fact, the whole of Nepal is busy due to a lot of foreign climbers coming, and there's also a lot of dangers that have occurred. There's been some chunks of glacier blocking paths, and there's been traffic jams, all sorts going on. I'm hoping that Everest man and Mountain Queen stay safe and help guide their clients safely up the mountain.
네. 자, 에버레스트 만이라는 닉네임을 가지고 있는 카미 리타라는 셔파는 이번에 32번째 에버레스트 산 정상을 등정했고요. 그 다음에 이제 여성 셔파인 락파 셔파, 마운틴 퀸은 이번에 11번째 등정을 했습니다. 선생님은 아까 summit를 동사로 써주셨어요.
Yes.
They summited Mount Everest.
Yeah.
이렇게 동사로 쓸 수도 있고.
Yes, but I don't think you or I will ever use it about ourselves. This is when we use it for professional mountain climbers.
So I can't say I summited the hill.
No, I don't
No,
think so.
yeah.
We use it for mountain climbers who are trying to go up particular mountains, famous mountains, mountains that are difficult to climb, difficult to summit, because to summit a mountain means to get up to the top, to get to the summit of the mountain.
맞습니다. 자, 명사 summit가 보통 우리가 생각할 때는 산 정상이라는 뜻으로 많이 쓰는데 이게 동사로서 정상에 오르다 이렇게도 쓸 수 있고 그 다음에 이제 명사 summit가 바로 그 등정의 의미를 가질 수도 있어요. 그렇게 쓰인 겁니다. 여기서는 the most summits of Mount Everest. That means the most number of times they summited Mount Everest.
Yes.
그렇게 해서 우리말로 하자면은 에베레스트 산 정상에 가장 많이 오른 기록이 되겠죠.
네.
How about scaling?
Well, here we're using it as a verb. We're not talking about the scales you step on to check your weight.
No.
If you scale something, you climb up it.
Yes.
I think of Spider-Man scaling tall buildings. I think of Sherpas scaling Mount Everest.
그래요. Scaling something이라고 하면은 climbing이랑 비슷한 느낌이에요. 그래서 오르다, 등반하다가 되겠습니다. 다시 읽어볼게요. Two renowned Nepali Sherpas, known as Everest Man and Mountain Queen, have shattered their own gender category world records for the most summits of Mount Everest after scaling the world's tallest peak for the 32nd and 11th time, respectively. All right, well, those are our headlines this morning.